Hello, hello. This is take two. Take two. I tried a live stream while I was rolling in the Jeep, and it was pretty glitchy from what I understand. So I am stationary up towards Ragged Top Mountain, and we'll wait a minute and see if we get some folks coming in. I'm going to grab some water here. Hey Casey, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm out in remote Arizona in the Sonoran Desert, enjoying the Sunday, beautiful Sunday. It's going to be 72 degrees here. And I just purchased a Starlink Mini satellite system, so I'm talking to you through that right now. So we'll see if we get a couple more people in. I see 4 people are here. Hello, hello. Coming to you live from the Ironwood Forest National Monument. Hello, Ray. Good to see you. Sitting in my new to me chairs. New chairs are good. All right, we have 5 people in here, so I'm going to turn the camera around and show you around where I'm at. There's my satellite Starlink Mini that we're transmitting off of. And just walking around enjoying the day. Sound and video are clear. That's good to know. Good to know. Thank you. There's a saguaro cactus right there. This area is just loaded with them. They live to be hundreds of years old. And they say that the first arm doesn't come out until it's 75 to 100 years old. So you can imagine how old that one is right there. This little tree right here is a Palo Verde tree. Doesn't have any leaves on it right now. You can see the green bark. Okay, you do hear some wind, yeah. Now I tried putting a DJI mic on, but it doesn't work during the live streams. I don't know why, if it's YouTube that doesn't like it, but so you say the video's clear, audio's pretty good. This is my favorite place inside the monument here. It's quiet, although today is Sunday, so there are a few people up here enjoying it with me. Just had a very interesting conversation with a retired geologist that's up here exploring. So he was up here looking at some of these rocks, and he says a lot of this is granite, coarse granite, he called it. Okay, it's good to know, Ray. So this Starlink mini satellite also has Wi-Fi. So I'm walking around the Jeep and I'm watching my Wi-Fi connection here. So it's pretty nice to be able to take a satellite out in a remote area that normally does not have cell coverage and be able to stream like this. So this is really nice to be able to do that. No fading in and out, that's good. This interesting tree right here is a ironwood tree. These things have been documented to live 1,800 years. They've got one in Quartzsite that they did tree ring study on, and it was over 1,800 years old. This one looks to be a younger one. It's a hardwood tree. It has real pretty kind of a pink flowers on it in the summertime. Yeah, cool rocks, I know. They have kind of a reddish tint to them. So you can see there's hundreds and thousands of saguaros up here. They're all over the place. They're unique to the Sonoran Desert. And from what I've seen in my experience, they only live in certain elevations around 2,200 feet elevation and above, and not much over 4,000 feet. So they have a fairly narrow elevation zone that they can live in. Looks like the Wi-Fi extends quite a ways out from the Jeep. There you go. Hi, Cheryl. Does this look better, Cheryl? I'm stationary. What I was trying to do earlier with my earlier live stream is drive. And I think I have to have an external mount for the Starlink antenna, because I just had it sitting on the seat in front. Had it just sitting on the seat in there. And since I came up here to the top, I've got it just sitting on the hood, and it seems to be working much better. All right, Ray, just Google Ironwood Forest National Monument. Yeah, and you think of the desert. Is that CNY Auto? You think of the desert, you think, that it's dirt and sand, and some of it is, but in the Sonoran Desert, it's more lush, and that's where we are now, in the Sonoran Desert. Okay, that's good, Cheryl. Thank you. I think Cheryl's going to try to make it down to Ironwood someday. Hello, Mandy. Welcome, welcome. Just out here enjoying nature. You're looking at Ragged Top Mountain right there in front of us. Top of that is about 3,400 feet. So not terribly tall. There's bighorn sheep that live up there. And Arizona Game and Fish has a water catchment up there. Hey, Gina, good to see you. January 2026, Cheryl says. Look at that, we got Ron Darrell in the house. Good morning, good morning. Gina, we're out in nature. Enjoying the day. Let me show my ugly mug here. There I am. So, Ron, this is one area I want to show you if you get out here to Ironwood sometime. This is a trail. It's getting a little windy here, but this is a trail that goes up to Ragged Top. And I think you saw that from the distance last time, but it's really pretty up here. Oh, that's nice. Buckets on you, huh? We could use some of that. We're really dry here. Hello, Stella. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm streaming today from a remote part of Arizona inside the Ironwood Forest National Monument, and I'm using a Starlink dish. And I'm running it on a battery pack. All right, hi from Adele. Hello, Adele. There's Ringo. Hey, Ringo. All right, I'm going to flip it around and do a little walking here. It froze, huh? How is it now? Did it come back? I guess this is not perfect. You know, I've got a little dish sitting on the hood of the Jeep in the middle of the desert. Technology is not perfect, I guess. A pontoon's on the van. Oh my gosh. 5 seconds. Okay. I think that's pretty typical of Starlink. I think it trades satellites. It goes from one satellite to another. It does that. Okay, so here's your cactus lesson for the day. First thing is don't get stuck. So this thing here is a buckhorn cholla. I think it's the most interesting cholla cactus. In the spring, well, I would say early summer, it starts to flower and eventually fruits, and you can actually eat the fruit. Here's some leftover from last year. This right here. It's leftover from last year's bloom. But anyway, that's cholla cactus. And this little baby here, which is 7 feet tall, is a saguaro cactus. It's probably only 25 or 30 years old. Those off in the distance with the arms are much older. Say 75 to 100 years before they grow arms. So I'm watching my Wi-Fi signal. It still shows it's okay. Now this thing here looks dead, doesn't it? This is an ocotillo. And it's starting to bloom. It's a real bright reddish flowers are coming out in the spring, and then when it rains, it'll start to leaf out. It has these little tiny leaves that come out. Here's an ocotillo that's got flowers a little more mature. This down here is a prickly pear. The javelina love these, and so do the pack rats and ground squirrels. They eat off this prickly pear cactus. Gives them moisture and food to survive. Okay, I'm just starting to lose my Wi-Fi. So I'm going to turn back towards the Jeep. We'll walk up here towards this rock, and it's a nice view over this valley. Can't see the forest for the trees. There we go, that's a little better. Little cloudy today. Oh well, bad weather, huh? Yeah, I heard the Midwest got hit pretty hard too. My sister lives up in Iowa. They got a snowstorm up there too. No snow here. And what I like about this is it's quiet. You don't hear any traffic, except down in the valley because it's Sunday and all the weekend warriors are out zipping around. I kind of prefer to come out on the weekends, weekdays, I should say. It's a lot quieter. And I've got the phone on the gimbal, so it's not so jerky. Really surprised no one's camping up here on this spot. This is one of the better spots in the monument, I think. Very peaceful. Okay, thank you, Cheryl. Thanks for coming in. You have a good Sunday. All right, I'm going to do another test, and that is to get my laptop out. See if I can hook up the laptop to the Wi-Fi along with this phone that I'm streaming from. So let's see how that works. Okay, I've got my laptop hooked up now. Alright, so I'm running the phone on the Starlink as well as the laptop on the Starlink Wi-Fi. It appears to be working pretty good. So again, this is a test. I'm out in a remote area. And wanting to test out my mini Starlink. So looks like it's working okay. I'm going to try to block the wind a little bit. Okay, I just set up my VPN on my laptop. So that's working. Hey, Step Van Dan, hello, hello. What do you think of that view there, Dan? It's Ragged Top Mountain in the background and my Jeep in the foreground. Just drove up here to the base of Ragged Top to test out my Starlink Mini. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. It's going to be 72 here today. I'm going to pick you up and show you around a little bit. Hey, Phil, how's it going? Welcome. Standing here against this beautiful rock. It's a nice overlook. 34, huh? Yikes, that's cold. Where this overlook is, you can see the whole valley. Yeah, it's a beautiful area for sure. You were working on your step van, right, Dan? Getting it roadworthy? How's that going? Ivan, how's it going? Welcome. Good to see you, buddy. Ivan, I'm out here testing my Starlink Mini. Got it running off my EcoFlow battery. I think I'm going to, in fact, I ordered this morning, I ordered a cigarette lighter adapter. I think that'll be easier to manage. So my idea is to, have a Starlink at the house. I want to leave that Starlink at home when we're out traveling and take this Mini with us. There's my Mini. It's like 12 inches by 10 inches. Really small. Works pretty good though. That's what I'm talking to you off of. And then I've got my laptop hooked up to the Wi-Fi. I can see the chat. Oh, that's good. Be nice to get it back on the road. Yeah, I got my EcoFlow on Black Friday. I didn't buy the Delta 2. I just bought I think it's, I don't know what model it is, but EcoFlow. Works pretty good. I think a peak is 600 watts. And there's my hookup for the Starlink and then for my laptop. So far it's working pretty well. It did not work real well driving, so I've got to figure out if I'm going to drive stream, how I would mount it outside the vehicle if I wanted to drive stream. But it's a pretty nice unit. I'm really happy with it so far. I bought a case for it, protective case. So when I'm bouncing around, it doesn't get damaged. Yeah, nothing fancy, but it works, you know. It is pretty small. That's why I bought it. You know, only need a few, you know, a couple hundred watts for a short period of time like this. It works fine. I have a larger solar array at the house with 600 amp hour batteries, and that works fine for backup power at the house. But this is good for portable stuff like this. There's Ragatop Mountain. Hey, that's my neighborhood there, Joy. It's just down the road from where we live. It's my favorite area out here where Ragatop Mountain is. It's going to be about 72 degrees here. So the desert's looking a little better. These brittle bushes are starting to green up a little bit. You've only got about a quarter inch of rain, maybe a little more. We need quite a bit more, but every little bit helps. And the desert plants are thankful for whatever they get. This is an ironwood tree. I mentioned it earlier in the stream, and the unique thing about desert trees, you see how small the leaves are? That's how they survive in the desert heat, is their small leaves they don't lose as much moisture. Oh yeah. And then I mentioned earlier, I'll say it again, that we have these saguaro cactus all over out here. See that one right there? It's just a little baby. It's probably only 10 years old. The ones around it are much older, but they have to be 75 to 100 years old before they put on their first arm. Yeah, it is beautiful and quiet, Dan. That's what I like most about it. It's very relaxing. Yeah, that's true. Getting bit by a rattlesnake is no fun. I haven't experienced that, but my wife sure has. Oh yeah, we have lots of birds out here. We have all kinds of raptors, hawks, and stuff like that. No eagles. We don't have any eagles down here in southern Arizona. We do in the northern part of the state. No hugging the cactus, that's right. Yeah, a lot of small birds. We have cardinals, we have hummingbirds, we have woodpeckers, a lot of woodpeckers out here. Cactus wren, all kinds of birds. Here comes some wind. Even hugging trees here is not advised because most of the trees have thorns. Well, the cactus bloom at different times, mostly during the early summer, and different cactus, bloom at different times, like the saguaro cactus that you see, this big guy right here. They'll bloom in the summer with white flowers, and then they put on red sweet fruit. And that's usually August. It's when we see them, July, August. A lot of the ground cactus will bloom earlier than that. And when everything starts blooming, I usually post photos or I'll do a walk around video and show you. Like this guy right here. This is a buckhorn cholla. Those will bloom in the late spring, early summer, and they all have different color flowers on them. Hey, Busby Adventures, howdy, howdy. Happy Sunday. Just out here enjoying nature today. No, you don't pet the plants. Happy Sunday to you too. Appreciate you popping in. How are things going your way, Busby? Did you guys get a lot of storms? Yeah, lots of ouch bushes here for sure. This one here is a creosote bush. And when you're in the desert, when it rains, you smell that desert rain smell. That's what these guys hear. When they get wet, they put off a very interesting odor. Smells nice. Ooh, tornado, huh? Yeah, no, tornadoes are no fun. Well, this live stream worked better than the first one. First one I tried was getting a lot of reports where it was disconnecting while I was driving, so I have to find a better solution for my Wi-Fi Mini. So I've got to figure out how to mount this thing, see if they make a mount that you can put on top of a vehicle. I'm sure they do, because they advertise them as being able to drive and access the internet. So, oh, she's doing pretty good, pretty good. In fact, she's probably watching from home. That's right, Phil. Very, very true. In fact, we do that around our fence. You know, we've got prickly pear and buckhorn cholla around the fence, which is around the house part of the property. So, oh yeah, I can imagine, Joy. Yeah. All right, there I am with two pair of glasses on. Beautiful day. Coming up on an hour, so looks like it's working okay. And Joy, I dug out my Osmo 3 gimbal and charged it up this morning. It appears to be working okay. Russian olive trees. Yikes, Phil. I'll bet, yeah. Yeah, I'll bet, Joy. Well, yeah, we've got pretty low humidity for sure. And yeah, once you get used to that humidity, it's, I don't know that it's a Pocket 3. No, it's not a Pocket 3. I'm using my Osmo gimbal. It's an Osmo 3 gimbal. It's not a pocket camera, but I've got my cell phone, you know, hooked up to it. RG Arizona, welcome, welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, I'm doing well. How are you doing? Yeah, gimbal. And this one works good. you mentioned that you had issues with using some of yours with a case on your phone, and that's what I had to do with this one, is take the case off. So it seems to hold better with the case off. Certainly don't want to drop it in the rocks while I'm out walking around. All right, folks, we have hit 61 minutes, so thanks for helping me run my test today. I think I'm going to keep this mini and primarily use it when we're traveling. The nice thing about this Starlink Mini is you can turn it on and turn it off. And they don't bill you when you're not using it. So I kind of like that. All right, everybody, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it very much. And like Phil says, everyone have a safe and wonderful day. Yeah, that's great, Joy. That's great. Thank you, Busby. Stay safe out there with all those spring storms rolling through. So, and if you get tired of them, send some our way. We'll take them. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.